All right, joining the desk, former NBA champion Dahntay Jones, former NBA star Caron Butler. Start with you, Marcellus. How can LeBron James coexist with Rondo moving forward?
Going to be difficult, and not for the obvious reasons. First of all, great essay. But let me summarize and simplify this. Based on all my experiences in the locker room, we only fight over two things: money and women. I've seen a lot of scraps, and I've seen a lot of issues, but the ones that linger all circle around those two things. And let's talk about the women that were involved in this altercation, because that's where I think the real issue is. Every highlight, everybody's been talking about who spit on who. Did he spit on him? Whether Carmelo accidentally spit on him? Oh, did he really have an issue? Is it 10-year beef finally culminating? You know what this is? The real dominoes that continue to fall behind the scenes. We've seen this happen in the family section before. So reportedly, Rondo's significant other pushes Chris Paul's wife, Jada, what's up? And then she's sitting next to Savannah, LeBron's wife. Now, men on the court can have their issue and let that behind them. Teammates can talk it out. We had our beef. Let it go behind us. But the emotional response that comes from those around you, entourages, family friends, wives, significant others, is now the weight they have to carry even when they get past this. I think that's going to be some underlying tension for the rest of this season.
Great point of view, great way to point that out, and to have an understanding of how the wives do carry some weight on the players and have an impact. Those interactions in the
whole lot
room
of
impact
all the
performance on the court. You're absolutely right. You had a great essay as well. I think Rondo and LeBron can coexist because of the fact that Rondo is that fire that LeBron James need. He cannot provide everything on the court. What he can do, he can be a leader. He can provide points, assists, all those things, but he doesn't have to be the bully. He doesn't have to be the enforcer. And I thought that's why you signed Rondo and Lance Stevenson, because you needed some type of enforcer for him. Rondo's reaction to this, I didn't take it as he spit on him on purpose. I saw him having a mouthpiece in his mouth. And sometimes you can get spit on and think that it's on purpose, but it's not.
That highlight looked intentional.
But every time we slow things down does not mean that that's the way it really happened. And did I think he got spit on? Yes. Did I think Chris Paul reacted? I would have taken all three players on my team any day because number one, they showed they had each other, they had their teammates back with BI. Number two, Rondo has fight in him and Rondo's always going to compete. And number three, CP is always going to stand his ground as well. So those things are not something that I demonize in a sense. I thought it was justified on both parts. Was it wrong? Yes. But it just happens in an NBA game when two sides are competing, words are exchanged, guys are trying to stand their ground and show that they're here to stay.
I thought he did a great job of just, all of them collectively. I'm talking about Brandon Ingram. He did a great job of just, running to the action. You know what I mean? Look, if I'm in the
started it.
Hold up, pause.
His reason for starting was valid.
If I'm in the foxhole with anyone, that's the type of guy that I want to go to war with. Facts. And I'm going to tell you why. Because we play for championships, right? But most importantly, you play for the respect of your peers. And if you're out there going to battle on the court with someone, that's the type of guy I want to have on my squad. I don't agree with the violence. Chris Paul is my guy. That's my brother. Rondo's my brother. That was my former teammate. But if you're going to battle between those lines, that's the type of energy that's the type of teammate I want to roll with.
What did you think of LeBron's response then? He ain't giving off that kind of
But I'm going to tell you, he did the right thing as a leader. Look, he calmed Chris Paul down. And it's only a handful of guys that could have done that. I think you saw on the Banana Boat crew, Carmelo Anthony was another guy that was with that group. So I feel like either Carmelo or LeBron was the only two individuals on that court that can take Chris Paul away from that situation. Rondo already pivoted and went out through the tunnel. He was done. That was the fuse. Now, Brandon Ingram was the other guy that you needed to calm down. But look, he got his off. He felt good about it.
Help me out here. Help me. And I know Dahntay has gone to unintentional. It's hard. When I see the replay, it's hard for me to say unintentional.
Slow down 100 times
I know.
to look like... Okay.
Rondo's history.
If I spit on you, I'm not going to sit in front of your face and turn my head to you. I'm going to take a step back and be prepared for what I started.
Oh, no, no, that's wrong. This is an accident on purpose.
No,
he did this on purpose.
No,
you know why?
I would not. I wouldn't do that.
I give you CSI proof. First things first, Why did Rondo have something come out of his mouth when he didn't have one word for Chris Paul before or after that moment?
We don't know that because they probably been chirping all game, and what you don't catch is the chirping, the pushing. They competing. They're 2 point guards at the head of the snake. And I think that was something that boiled over. But what I do know is if I spit on you, I'm not going to accidentally spit on you. I'm going to set a tone. And I'm not saying he didn't get spit on.
Oh, he did.
But if you get spit on you and it was accidental, you can't tell.
Let me tell you what happened. This is what he did. Same thing when I saw a quarterback's fingers on the ground and I took that step and I stepped on his fingers. He's like, man, what you doing? I was like, I got to take a step. My bad, big dog.
But you're not going to step and sit right here in his face, though.
No, that's the playing it off. When I know I'm about to do something, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to look around. And then that's it.
What comes with that, though?
Hey, violence comes with that.
We all from the block. We all from the block. If you spit on someone, you know what time it is.
Yeah, but that's why he did it.
Put your guard up.
That's why he tried to do it.
And he did.
So that means he was ready.
He spit and turned if that's what really happened.
He didn't initially put his defense
hands up.
Okay, let's do this.
We live on television. Somebody do that right now. We got action.
Let's take Dahntay and Caron's opinions out. What do you think Chris Paul thinks happened? Do you think Chris Paul thinks it's an accident?
It was justified for CP.
No. But Chris Paul doesn't think it was an accident. And that's why I go to, again, if somebody spits on you right now, Dahntay, and we ain't best friends, I'm going to have a problem with him moving forward. And unless there's an apology given, which Rondo doesn't seem to be given, Chris Paul is not letting this go. Chris Paul's wife ain't letting it go. And therefore, to me, LeBron James is going to find it very hard to let it go. And again, I blame LeBron in no way. If my best friend got spit on, felt like he got spit on intentionally, I got a problem with this dude, even if he's on my team.
But you need the apology to be public. See, the public apology is for everybody else. Yeah. The private one could be us face-to-face. It could be on group text. We could be already on a FaceTime together as a collective.
You can't spit in my face and then text me an apology.
Can we take the Brandon Ingram part and say that Brandon Ingram showed that he's not going to be pushed around anymore. They take his quiet demeanor and they say, you know what, he's shy. He's being aggressive this year. And number two, he's not taking any mess. James Harden comes through the lane with those elbows, getting his contact, hit him in his face. That's why he was upset. Right. So he took that technical on purpose to let you know. And did you look at James Harden's reaction? Like, he ain't playing no more.
That life.
This young fella ain't playing. And I think that's what started it. But that's what B.I. wanted to set the tone to let them know, I'm here now.
Listen at his statement. Look, Ingram, I was wrong for my teammates, but I also stepped up for my teammates, and I'll do it 10 times out of 10.
So lesson learned. Lesson learned. I should have thrown the punch, but I'm always have my teammates back. And I want that in my foxhole.
Y'all veterans. Right. Y'all too veteran. I want that for that fake flex. Like I love me some Brandon Ingram.
I would say it if he didn't do it. No, he took off.
This is Brandon Ingram saying game 2 of the year, and guess who I roll with every time I step out the house now? The King. So since the homie with me with the strap, I'm gonna act like I'm tough everywhere I go. This is newfound bravado, and I'm not thinking it's so thorough, bro.
But I wouldn't say it's newfound bravado. I'm saying I didn't have people like that in my corner before. Now that I got him, they match me.
I'm rolling with him.
He's growing as a man.
Respect to that.
He's getting older. So this is not, I don't think this is something new. But then what we have to take off that, we have to take Lance, JaVale, and Michael Beasley out of this equation because Lance showed his maturity by getting him out of there early. Yeah. So we can't lump them into it.
Because I've lived that point.
Yeah.
I've been look, I can remember when my cousin Kevin came home from jail and my chest got swole up and started anybody wanting static. And my cousin Kevin came over, swole from prison.
You had somebody like-minded like you.
Yeah, I get.
That don't mean you ain't have it in you.
Kevin went home. And I had to carry it on my own.
You had common sense.
Nah, man,
common sense. You had somebody like-minded with you.
This is doing too much. Somebody is going to break Brandon Ingram in half. He weighs about $160.
I'm going to tell you.
CP had to be behind him.
Somebody may break him in half.
James didn't jump in that.
Somebody may possibly break him in half, but they're going to take one in the process. Because
he's swinging.
And look, because
and he'll do it on any stage.
This is not, I'm not trying to shade LeBron, but again, he's running around like LeBron gonna have his back. He's 34, 35 years old. He ain't about that, as we just saw.
Well, I don't even think the tape proves that. I think the tape proves that Rondo got his back. Okay, and if something's going to happen, Ron has never been a guy who's going to jump in the melee and throw hands and even be combative with words. That's not how he proves his point. He proves it with basketball. But some people are ready for that action. And Rondo is one. B.I. has showed that he's one. Lance is not going to back down. Mike Beasley ain't gonna back down.
Oh, that's another one.
But at least you want
right.
to win a championship. You need guys that are tough and not gonna take nothing.
No.
Golden State Warriors have guys who are mentally and physically tough. Ain't gonna take
let's
no
don't get it
there.
twisted. Because they are leaning into the toughness because they can't knock down jump shots. That's the issue.
Can we get back to basketball?
Can they win a game?
Hey, listen, all I would say like this: if I'm Brandon Ingram, I'm feeling really good because I know I'm gonna get a lot of buckets. Right. Rondo is going to make sure I get off.
Okay. Yeah.
He's going to find me. He's going
to
go outside his way to find me and give me the flow.
We are 2 games in, and the circus has already started.
Not a circus. You play two tough teams. You were in 2 good games to the last minute with a group of guys.
They playing grenades.
2 teams that have been together for 2 seasons, 2 full seasons together.
Who was in the Western Conference Finals last year?
Golden State, Houston.
All right. So all of a sudden, the Lakers are
9-point losers.
But 9-point losers. But look, they was in control of the game. Really, the momentum was swinging. They was down 2 when that incident happened.
Not just the momentum.
This ain't the same Houston team as last year.
I'm just saying, you're not coming in Staples, and it's not going to be an easy win.
Oh, no, the Lakers are good.
Set that tone.
You got action.
Right. It's fun to troll them right now because they're winless this year. Amazing. Second best team in L.A., Clippers winning again, beating that same Houston team. But in reality, there's a good team. You go against Portland. Portland has always been an issue, Achilles heel for the Lakers, even when they had Shaq and Kobe back in those days. And then you have a Houston team that was coming off a tough loss. They wanted to get back on track. Lakers going to be fine. No circus this year.
Y'all crowd on them, and they ain't even won nothing yet.
Not a game.
Yeah, they did win the fight. Rondo won the fight. I'll give him that.
No, Rondo lost the fight.
Right? Are you kidding me? That left hand was the best punch thrown.
This ain't 3rd grade where the first punch wins the fight. You got to start counting the points.
I'm
Chris hit him with an uppercut.
It's a draw.
I take a draw.
I'll take a draw.
Chris came back.
I take a draw. I'm with you.
2 best punches thrown by the Lakers. All right, stick around.